This comment is about President Obama's comments on the mosque situation. I voted for Obama. I liked some of what he has done, and not thrilled by the others. I guess that what makes me an independent voter. I don't believe in organized religions. I think our country should stand on the separation of church and state. Even though I don't believe in organized religions, I believe that you should be able to worship who you want to worship, where you want to worship, when you want to worship. Even though it is a certain people that are using Islam as an excuse to kill people, we should not condemn the entire religion. There's been religions before us that have used God's name in vain to hijack a religion to believe into something else. Though the area that they want to build the mosque is unfortunately not such a good spot. I think that the builders of the mosque should have thought this out more before putting it so close to the Twin Towers. Maybe they did. I don't know. That's if they did, that's not very well planned thinking. Yes, I believe you should be able to pray wherever you want, but really think of the uproar it is going to cause even more between Islam and Christianity, both of them, which I don't believe in. I don't believe in job. That's another whole story. But unfortunately, I think no matter what President Obama said, unfortunately, I don't think if President Obama would become the greatest president ever, which I don't think he will, though he has done a pretty decent job in some areas, for especially for what he was left with the number that we had in office before. I believe he has sealed his fate as first as a one-term president. Listening to his speech, though, he was perfectly diplomatic about it, and he said the right thing. And as he said, and I say, too many people are still hurting on this, and a lot of people think by putting a mosque so close is a slap in the face, and I believe America won't be happy with it. I know a lot of people that are not happy with it, which I myself think it's kind of a slap in the face. There were too many heartaches, too many people lost, too many people still too new, especially what's going on in the world. And again, you can't blame. You just can't sit there and blame an entire religion over stupidity and ignorance of a group of people who use it in their name of it in vain. But as any smart person, going back with Obama, but as any smart person would do, and what I'm going to do is weigh out his presidency and see his accomplishments and downfalls, and see if he is worthy enough to be in a second term. This is now about a second term, because I don't think he's going to be one in a second term, because a lot of people are going to see this and they're going to jump on this right away and not go by what he's accomplished. And if his accomplishments and downfalls don't meet up to your standards, or his accomplishments don't meet up to your standards, then I would hope people would look for an alternative, as I would. But I have to wait until the first term. I've got to make sure that. And if it's going to be an alternative person running this country, I want to make sure it's a viable alternative person, not some yahoo that doesn't know what she or he is talking about, or who's going to open their mouth and get us in big trouble, even worse. I mean, you need people in there who can think before they talk. And I look at some of these people's remarks, and it really, really disgusts me. It makes me ashamed to call you, not me, but call you an American. As I said in the beginning, I don't believe in any organized religion, maybe Christianity, Catholicism, Islam, or whatever you want to be. If you read our history as humankind from all parts of the world, religion is hijacked by people who want to use it for their own gain instead of the gain of the people. And unfortunately, people trust too easily in these people and listen to their word as the word of God or Allah or whoever. At the young age, we're taught to listen to the word, and that other religions don't matter. That's the way when I was younger to believe it, and I think God didn't believe that. Maybe that's why I am not too keen on organized religions. Um, the only thing I have to say, which is not going to help, I'm sure, is to open your eyes and think for yourself. The only Look into your hearts and see the difference between right and wrong. I know I'm preaching to the choir and it probably won't sway anyone, which I'm not looking to do. I'm looking for you to open your eyes and see how religion has hijacked our nations. Unfortunately, also I think it's too late for that. People have already made up their minds and they're going to think what they're going to think and do what they think. So my final thing is, so God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, and any other God, have mercy on our souls. Have a great day.